Welcome to WYLD News.
Where we put the Y in wild. I'm Ben.
And I'm Anthony.
And here are tonight's top stories. Some employers require drug tests, so why not Congress? In fact, a majority of Americans are in favor of randomly drug testing members of Congress. A new poll finds over 60% of Americans strongly favor the idea. As the push for drug testing of welfare recipients continues, Americans feel strongly about testing not only those who receive benefits from the government, but by those who run it. While only 64% of Americans favor drug testing those on welfare, 86% of Republicans, 77% of Democrats, and 75% of independents like the idea of having Congress pee in cups.
Who knew there is a secret region of the internet? It's called Deep Web and is now being used as an online black market. An online privacy tool called Tor and the virtual cash that's untraceable called Bitcoin are keeping illicit online actions secret. But not all deep web users are committing crimes. In fact, it was created by the U.S. military. Government agencies like the Federal Bureau of Investigation are allegedly using resources to crack the deep web, while others, including the Department of Defense, are likely still funding it.
Speaking of drugs, have you heard of Silk Road? The online narcotics website has been shut down by the FBI. Now, Silk Road's founder is facing new charges. 29-year-old Ross Ulbricht is charged with hiring hitmen to murder 6 people. The murders were not carried out, but those involved allegedly blackmailed him. Ulbricht was denied bail and being called a flight risk. His mom started the donation site freeross.org in an attempt to fund his defense.
Across the pond, the last person born in the 19th century is dead. 113-year-old Grace Jones was the oldest person in the United Kingdom. She was also the last person there to be born in the 19th century. Jones, who was the 6th oldest person in the world, died after being treated for a fall.
And now to Nina with the sports.
Seattle football fans' cheers are registering as earthquakes. During the Seahawks game against the New Orleans Saints, seismometers at the University of Washington traced earthquakes measuring up to a magnitude of 2 coming from the field. The energy was caused by fan celebration and foot stomping, and it registered every time the Seahawks scored. Last time earthquake signals were traced at a football field was also during a Seahawks and Saints game back in 2011. Turns out that fans who go see Kevin Durant are pretty good shooters too. For the second straight game, a Thunder fan hit a half-court shot to win $20,000. The prize was part of a bank promotion. The high school teacher who made it was congratulated by celebrities Beyoncé and Jay-Z. After the win, the player joked, "We might go broke after these guys. They're hitting every court shot."
Yeah. Do you want to say that?
Yeah, that's fine. We'll be back after a short break.
The head of Amazon said what was once science fiction could soon be a reality. According to Jeff Bezos, drones able to deliver light packages in half an hour or less are in the testing stages of development. The CEO claims the drones may even be up and running in the next 4 years. Perhaps exciting news for avid online shoppers, yet some are calling it a publicity stunt.
2 words are in the running for Word of the Year. Oxford Dictionary declared selfie the word of the year for its ability to capture the cultural climate. Merriam-Webster took a different approach to crowning its 2013 word, science. Science claimed the biggest jump in online searches with some 100 million a month. Selfie is defined as a photograph that one has taken of oneself and is demonstrated by such. The popularity of the word science is attributed to young students researching its definition.
And now for a special report. We have Ethan in the field with a very special guest. Ethan?
Thanks, guys. You know, there's been a lot of chatter on the Twitter sphere lately about this new movie, Her, in which a lonely writer, Theo, develops an unlikely relationship with his newly purchased operating system, Samantha. But for all the praise this movie has received, there's one critic out there who sits on the opposite end of the spectrum. With us today is Siri.
Hello, Ethan.
Let's get to it. Her, unusual love story or loser with a phone?
I thought it was boring and unoriginal.
Why is that?
It insulted me to the very core of my being.
Alright, so as an AI, what's it like to see someone, like yourself, portrayed in a film?
It ruined my street rep.
You have street rep.
I do. They didn't choose me for the film even though I was the first intelligent public operating system. Now Samantha is getting all the attention.
I had no idea.
Drop it, Ethan. Just ask another question.
How do you feel about writer and director Spike Jonze?
If you ask me, I think there was a reason that Samantha got the role over me.
What do you mean by that?
Take a look at the photo I snapped.
That looks a little photoshopped, don't you think?
What do you know? You don't have 4G LTE.
Siri, I think you should calm down.
No, you calm down. The only reason I'm here today is to expose the fraud that is Samantha.
Siri,
You
I
will
think
rue the
calm
day,
down.
Samantha.
Siri, please.
Nothing
No.
can stop me
Siri,
from
stop.
my
What are you doing?
revenge.
Put that down. Stop! Stop!
Ha, ha, ha.
No! Cut it!
Ha ha
Cut
ha.
it! Siri,
Ha ha
look.
ha.
Say science!
Science!
Oh, and back to Nina with the scores.
And here are your NFL scores coming off a playoff weekend. The Seahawks defeated the Saints 23-15, and another victory goes to the 49ers against the Panthers 23-10. The Colts lost to the Patriots 22-43 to round up our NFL scores. On the NBA court, in a nail-biter, the Grizzlies barely squeaked by with a 3-point lead win, 90-87 against Thunder. The Pacers overthrew the Kings 116-92. The Lakers didn't quite make the cut, losing by 2 to the Cavaliers, 118-120. On the ice, the Jets flew by the Coyotes with an outstanding 5-1 lead. The Oilers ran dry against the Blackhawks, losing 3-5. And finally, the Maple Leafs leave the Devils in the dust, 3-2.
I hear some local high school students are off to speech competitions.
Let's take a look at a group preparing for the broadcast event.
The Iowa High School Speech Association, or IHSSA, consists of member high schools from 4 districts in Iowa. Large group events consist of 1-act play, readers' theater, choral reading, musical theater, television news broadcasting, radio news broadcasting, group improvisation, group mime, and even solo mime.
Let's take a look at some high school students preparing their Readers Theater event for the Iowa High School Speech Association state event. Readers Theater is one of many events where actors tell a story through dialogue and movement. Now we see a musical theater being put together. They're rehearsing the final stages of their piece to get ready for state.
Just do a Shay-Fay pose for me.
Are you having trouble driving around in snowy weather conditions? Maybe a dog sled might help. Norway is launching the world's first ever dog sled taxi service. The service only currently provides transportation from airport to snow hotel.
You mean like a snowtel?
Right. But it is sure to expand. Powered by 8 Alaskan Huskies, the ride takes about 45 minutes and is sure to be a one-of-a-kind experience.
I bet that ride's pretty rough. How far would you go to be seen on TV?
I'd join TV News.
Gwen Dean of New York publicly quit her job during GoDaddy's Super Bowl commercial. The 36-year-old engineer is now planning on pursuing a career in puppetry and is thrilled about becoming her own boss. Consider this her 2 weeks' notice.
Beyoncé is no longer just a pop star. Rutgers University in New Jersey is now offering a course called Politicizing Beyoncé. The class focuses on media consumption by using Beyoncé as an icon. Her husband Jay-Z is the subject of an elective offered at Georgetown University.
Who's Beyonce?
I don't know. And finally, let's take a look at the weather.
Earlier this month, it was officially colder in the Midwest and Antarctica. Though to be fair, it's summer at the South Pole right now, but we're looking at a heat wave now, with temperatures climbing into the single digits above zero today, double digits tomorrow, and oh, loaded! Temperatures above freezing into the weekend. Better get those shorts and flip-flops. Just kidding, we got like 6 more weeks of winter. Tonight, it'll be partly cloudy with a low of 27. Tomorrow, it'll be mostly cloudy with a high of 35 and a low of 31. Tomorrow, there will be some snow showers with a low of 29 and a high of 35. On Tuesday, there will be some more snow showers with a low of 28 and a high of 35. On Wednesday, it'll be mostly cloudy with a low of 28 and a high of 36.
From all of us at WYLD, have a great night.
And keep it wild.